Hey, what's going on, YouTube Nation? Hey, it's another episode of Real Life Solutions with Uncle T. And I'd like to thank all my subscribers, always foremost. And I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. And I really appreciate your support. And we still want to get to the second part of our prenups biblical, because there are a lot of times people get prenups and they wish they had have gotten prenups. We have a lot of people getting married now. A lot of young couples are getting married and they think, why would I have to get a prenup if I don't have anything? I don't have anything that they would take, or if we split up, there's nothing to get. A lot of times people don't think about 401ks. They don't think about any assets that their parents may have given them. They may have gave you property. They may have gave you land. They may have given you a house. And you think, well, when I split up, this is my house. He knows it's my house. And he better not try to get my house. Okay? Well, a lot of times if you don't have a prenup and those things were yours prior to the marriage, a lot of times the courts will see that it is prior to the marriage. But a lot of times if you are together 5, 10, 15 years, and if that husband, if he or she, let's say they contributed, they helped fix the house up, they put hardwood floors in, carpet, may have remodeled the house and maybe spent thousands of dollars for that house. It's a possibility. It's a possibility without a prenup, the court system may say, hey, he's entitled to whatever that appraisal value is of the house as to what it was appraised for before all the improvements. So it's very important that you look at a prenup, talk to your lawyer, talk to some other advisor. I'm not a lawyer, but I have been involved with a lot of paralegal work for school. And I thought this was very interesting because a lot of people do not realize that a prenup is very important. We went over earlier for the prenup, what it covers in part 1. What is a prenup agreement in part 1? And what are some of the assets and why do you want to put down the shared assets and separate and joint debt? What type of debt that you want to put in the prenup, and as far as student loans or things like that, spousal support, and inheritance rights for your children, family members, charitable, and some of those things that need to be placed inside of a prenup. So we do see that there are means for a prenup. And is a prenup biblical? Is it mandated in the Bible that we should get a prenup? Or should we not even worry about it? Just go ahead and blind and just say, hey, I hope it works out. And hopefully there wouldn't be any no drama along the way. But the part 2, what we want to do now is we want to get into why should I use a prenuptial agreement? Is a prenup biblical? And if it's not, or if it is, why do I need one? Do I need to be an NBA basketball player? Do I need to be rich and wealthy in order to have a prenup? Or could I just be somebody that works at your local hardware store? Okay. And I want to read what North Carolina law, what does it say about a prenup agreement? And it says here, the prenup is that it initiates an honest conversation about your financial situations before marriage. So it's a very good idea to have one because people may not be honest about their finances. Let's say you got a girlfriend who's in school getting her degree. She's getting ready to graduate. She has a $150,000 student loan. And you guys make a will or have life insurance or anything like that. And she leaves you as the beneficiary. And she's got a student loan, and let's say something, God forbid, she gets in a car wreck or something happens and she dies. And guess what? The government who got her that student loan or who gave her that loan and she still owes $150,000, they're going to want to know who is over her estate. And you're going to say, I'm the husband, I'm over the estate. Well, guess what, Bob? We want our $150,000. But if you had a prenup that says she's responsible for that herself, I'm not responsible for that, because we had that in a prenup before we got married. So you see how important that is? Okay. Now, there are many situations for a couple to create a prenup agreement, and I'm going to go over some of these right quick. And it says you have children from a previous relationship, to make sure that they get what they're rightfully due. You have significant personal assets that you wish to keep separate, as a home, land, a savings account, or checking account, or inheritance, or money that was left to you, or just anything. 401k, you may have stocks, bonds, anything of value. You have sizable investments in a business. Okay. You want to avoid any conflict or confusion in the event of a separation, divorce from a spouse. Okay. And we want to look at, can a prenup be voided? If you have signed a prenup, can you get out of it? The only way that you can get out of a contract or a prenup, unless the agreement, you got to prove it, that the agreement was unfair and it was illegal. It was illegal how they had it set up, or how they went about it. That's why it's so good, if you ever have to sign a prenup, take it to your attorney. Let your attorney look over the prenup and make sure everything is on the up and up. Okay, for instance, a prenup may be voided for these various reasons. There was a failure to disclose all assets. Okay, that they didn't tell everything about all the assets, it can be voided. There is evidence of fraud. There is evidence of duress and action that forces another person to comply with agreement or unfairness. Sometimes people may hold it over your head. If you don't take this money that I'm offering you, you're going through a divorce, your husband, he has lots of money and power, or vice versa. And you say, look, you're not going to get anything. If you don't take this money, sign this agreement, you're going to walk out of here with nothing. You're not going to get anything, putting you under the undue duress, making you feel that I got to sign this or else I'm going to be homeless. It was signed involuntarily. It includes content that is illegal or against public policy. It includes content that is perceived to promote divorce or separation. And like I said, to avoid arguments or unfairness, duress, or fraud, each party in the prenuptial agreement should seek independent legal advice and counsel. Getting your contract reviewed by a lawyer helps ensure its enforceability in the future. And I will definitely agree with that, because especially if you have kids, you're a single mom, you're trying to build a nest egg for your kids. And like I said, you meet good old Ricky over here. He seems like a nice guy. And you put Ricky down as your beneficiary. He gets 100% of everything you got in case of you pass. And he thinks that you're going to distribute it to all the kids, and you're going to give it to his kids, and you're going to make sure this property over here, these rental properties that you have, that the kids are going to get those and inherit those. Ricky may decide to sell all those properties and keep the money for himself. So that's why it's so important to have a prenup. Even if you're not worth millions and millions of dollars, it does not matter. You have to protect your children, yourself, or anyone who is, may try to take advantage. But leave your comments in the bottom. I appreciate you for listening tonight. If you have any questions, please email me. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe. I appreciate it. It doesn't hurt you not one bit to subscribe to my channel. It's not going to take any money out of your pocket. It just lets YouTube know that I'm putting out some content that's helpful content. It's not a lot of per se foolish content, but it's very helpful to someone who may want to know, should I get a prenup or not get a prenup? But that way it would really help me out with the algorithm and help people to, look at my channel. I appreciate that from all of you guys. I love you with the joy of the Lord. And you guys have a good night. Hey, it's Uncle T. I'm out of here. I'll talk to you next time.